Mr. Crypto Guy. I'm extraordinarily busy, sir. I just wanted to ask about the profit. The lifetime supply of crypto profits for Charlie.
What's going on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of Crypto Zombie. So today is Wednesday. That's right, it's hump day. Hope you're having an awesome week wherever you are. Beautiful green day in the markets today, so we will take it. Also, if today is your first time checking out the channel, what are you waiting for? Get subscribed. I literally do this every single day. You guys rule. And obviously, you know, every Monday we give away a Ledger Nano S. All you got to do is comment below to be eligible to win. Also, two more quick things before we get going. Want to remind you guys, consensus is coming up. It's coming up very fast, actually. So I wanted to let you guys know I do have a link that'll get you $100 off your ticket. I'm going either way. So hopefully, if you're going, you know, that'll help you out. And also, I just wanted to just say one thing. First of all, this unstoppable domains stuff is crazy, guys. I have never, ever seen so much excitement over something like this. I mean, it's definitely a game changer, and I can't wait until they start to roll out a lot of the other features. But what I wanted to tell you was super quick. As you can see, the premium domains, they're obviously selling out like crazy. I mean, there are some that are available, but most of them get taken up as soon as they come out. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a heads up and a head start. I spoke to Brad, and he actually told me, now they haven't announced this yet, but he let me know that either tomorrow or Friday, they're going to be unveiling a whole bunch of new premium domains. So I just want to let you guys know that so you can be ahead of the curve, because they're not making an announcement. They're just going to do it. Okay. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. So that's all I have to say before we move on. Let's give this a quick refresh, actually. All right, so we're still at about $174 billion market cap. Now, keep in mind, this isn't the highest that we've had recently. We did push over 180 at one point, but we do still have nice, consistent volume around the $44 billion mark, and Bitcoin dominance is still relatively high. So as you can see right here, there are some big gainers today. You do have Aurora up 15%, Cosmos, a lot of people were excited about that, Raven Coin, Horizon, Bytecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Electroneum, and Sia Coin all doing quite well today. Now, I actually have a little bit of a poll going on my Twitter right now, guys. If you want to head over, don't go right now. Watch the rest of the video. But if you guys want when you're done. So I just put this out an hour ago. And I wanted to know, which of these are you currently most focused on? Bitcoin, high to mid cap altcoins, low cap altcoin gems, or other? Comment below. There's only 7 comments, but out of the 228 votes that we have so far, it's a very close race between Bitcoin and high to mid cap altcoins, but Bitcoin is still winning. So it looks like the majority of people out there are focused on Bitcoin. Now, the reason I bring this up is because it's actually going to tie into something a little later in the video. There was a sort of a study that was done and looked at the correlation between Bitcoin and the altcoins, and you guys might be a little bit surprised about the outcome. You may not if you've been in the space for quite some time, but we'll get into that in just a second. So having a look at what happened with Bitcoin, pretty much we have been supported by this trend line. So, you know, until we break through it, I have no reason to be immediately bearish, although I do think that there will be some form of a sell-off before we have the actual final confirmation of the start of the bull market, right? But currently right now, we're just bouncing between these channels. You could see we had resistance here. We didn't actually touch the line. We sold off just below it. But I mean, as far as I'm concerned, that's a good enough resistance for me. Obviously, zooming out, we spoke yesterday about how we're still finding ourselves in this channel. There is a chance we could, you know, keep bouncing around here, or there was the chance that there may be a double bottom down here to the 200 weekly moving average, which, although short term would suck, would be bullish as hell, like right away. Because if we double bottom, I mean, that's pretty much confirming that, you know, we are getting ready to go. We are getting ready for things to take off. But you know, on a positive note, we had so many months that were closing out on red candles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And ever since then, we've had a positive February, positive March, and now we have confirmed a positive April. April being a very, very good month. And so far, we're only one day in, but yeah, it looks like May's doing pretty well so far for the first day. All right. So, but yeah, the one thing I do want to point out is we are getting closer and closer to the year leading up to the halvening. As you can see right here, 388 days away to the actual halvening. But, you know, if the ETA kind of mirrors the May 23rd of 2020, well, then by the end of this month, well, you guys know what happens with the halvening, right? So I wanted to talk about, actually, Philb had put this out, and he said staggering pre-halvening similarities, right? Now, this isn't a brand new chart, but I thought I'd bring it up again because we are getting very, very close. And you can see right here, this is before we had the price movement, but he's saying, 63 bars, 441 days, and he's looking at this right here, and he's comparing it and saying, well, if currently the sell-off that we had back here, in December and January of 2015 is anything like the one that we had in November, then potentially we could see a nice uptrend. And actually, if we even go forward, you could see the actual price. What actually happened is actually above his expectations. So we're actually performing better than he even anticipated that we would. However, if you do notice right here, just kind of pointing out, see how there was that sell-off? That's why I was saying there is still a potential chance that we could have one last final sell-off, which actually you guys and I would take this as a blessing. I think you would, because it would be that last chance to just accumulate, before it's too late. Everybody was crying at 20K, they wanted to buy at 3K, then you had a 3K Bitcoin, nobody wanted to buy it, right? So that's basically that situation. Now, obviously, I wanted to talk about Bitcoin on-chain volumes as well, because we've actually seen transaction values that have hit new lows quarter on quarter since the coming of the media attention that we had that crazy frenzy, right? Mid to late 2017. They say, however, monthly US dollar values, and these are all down here in charts, by the way, the US dollar value transacted on chain has reversed the downtrend, with April hitting a 10-month high. So things are turning around, as you guys can see right here. So it says numbers from blockchain data provider Token Analyst show Bitcoin volumes on the rise 3 months in a row following significant price rallies in March and April. But there's a catch. There is a catch, okay? On-chain values of Bitcoins and US dollar values continue to follow price trends, indicating that Bitcoin has yet to find any footing outside of speculative trading almost 2 years on from entering the Financial Challenger Hall of Fame. So the problem is right now is, yes, we are seeing lots of Bitcoin volume, which is great. And I'm talking real Bitcoin volume, not the wash volume. I'm talking real volume, but a lot of it is still just for trading and speculation. We're not actually going out there and spending our Bitcoin, buying things with Bitcoin, right? So that is where you're going to really see that major adoption happening. And, I just want to point out before we move on, because I do have a really, really bullish article I want to go into, or thing I want to go into. But you can see right here, Elijah Boom on Twitter said, why to invest in crypto? Answer in one tweet. And you had Zen Blockchain saying, without offending anyone, most people on Twitter are living in the first world and have little reason. I grew up in Zimbabwe and saw firsthand government collapse and hyperinflation, governments closing banks. Your money is gone. Understand this to see the true value. And I know time and time again, we always make the reference of Venezuela, but you've seen the all-time highs in these different countries, right? You've seen Brazil, you've seen Mexico, Venezuela, Thailand just the other day. And when you have, a street like this, which is just filled with fiat paper money, it's crazy, the concept of this. And this is something in the West that we can't really seem to put together. But this is what everyone's talking about, the Bitcoin mega trend. And why am I bringing this up? Because the demographic mega trend is referring to American citizens. So we're the ones that are just speculating, right? So they did a poll, 2,029 American adults. By the way, I talked about this yesterday briefly, but I realize now that I'm seeing a lot of other people talk about it. So maybe I kind of skimmed over it a little too fast. We should have maybe dove a little bit more into it. So I just want to, catch up on that. I highlighted some of the key things. I'm not going to go into the whole thing, but you can see right here, awareness. The percentage of people that have heard of Bitcoin rose from 77% in October 2017 to 89% in 2019. So that's 89% of people that are saying they've heard of Bitcoin. The awareness is out there, right? So awareness of Bitcoin is strong across all age groups. Those aged 18 to 34 have the highest rates of awareness at 90%, and those aged 65 plus have the lowest, which is actually interesting because my YouTube demographics of people that watch the channel kind of actually mimics what they're saying. So I actually do believe this, even though it was only a small, 2,029 American adults. that's only a handful. You really didn't get a full perspective of everyone, but take these things with a grain of salt, right, guys? So scrolling down here, it says among those aged 18 to 34, a full 60% describe themselves as at least somewhat familiar with Bitcoin. This is up 42% since October 2017. The percentage of people who strongly or somewhat agree that Bitcoin is a positive innovation in financial technology, that also rose 9% to 43%. Younger demographics were most inclined to have a positive view of Bitcoin. 59% of those aged 18 to 34 strongly or somewhat agree that Bitcoin is a positive innovation in financial technology. The percentage of people that strongly or somewhat agree most people will be using Bitcoin. This is an interesting one. In the next 10 years is up 5% at 33%. And then it says the percentage of people that indicated that they are very or somewhat likely to buy Bitcoin in the next 5 years rose by nearly half. That's incredible. And then also, this is interesting, when asked which they would prefer to own 1K of, 21% said they would prefer Bitcoin over bonds, 17% would prefer Bitcoin over stocks, 14% Bitcoin over real estate, interesting, and 12% Bitcoin to gold. I mean, personally, I don't own any gold. Maybe you guys own some gold out there. I'm just more of like a crypto guy. And then obviously when we focus on ages 18 to 34, you see those numbers increase. Same questions, but a lot higher, 30%, 27, 24. Ownership in total, 11% of the population owns Bitcoin, including 20% of those aged between 18 and 34. So ultimately, Bitcoin is a demographic megatrend. Younger demographics are leading in terms of Bitcoin awareness, familiarity, perception, conviction, propensity to purchase, and ownership rate. So there you guys go. I know we talked about it yesterday, but now we really talked about it today. Okay? So now everybody's up to date on, this thing from Spencer Bogart. All right. So you saw the other day, CZ said, we will be moving USDT funds to a new cold wallet address. One large transaction coming. Funds are Seifu. So what is this all about? Well, it looks like Tether's general counsel, Stuart Hogner, wrote in an affidavit, which I actually have right here. If you guys want, you can download the actual documentation, but I think that, you today did a good job at sort of summarizing it. So he said, as of the date, April 30th, I am signing this affidavit. Tether has cash and cash equivalents, short-term securities on hand, totaling approximately 2.1 billion, representing approximately 74% of the current outstanding tethers. So apart from cash, it turned out that Tether also had cash equivalents and receivables from loans in reserves. However, the remaining 26% is not pegged to any of these assets. But hey, they say we're the good guys. Hogner further claims that the $850 million cover-up they pulled off with Bitfinex was meant to shield the cryptocurrency market. How kind of you guys. I really appreciate that. You were really thinking about us. Thank you. So that was caused by a potential market downturn, although realistically, nobody wants these things to happen, but sometimes you need these black swan events. Sometimes you need these things to sort of clean up the space, but hey, ongoing, we'll see what's happening. So considering that Bitfinex is one of the biggest crypto exchanges, they were worried about it having a major effect. They say Tether and holders of Tether have a keen interest in ensuring that one of the dominant trading platforms, the Tethers, has sufficient liquidity for normal operations. So there you go. It's official. They officially came out and said that they don't have enough to back it. Now, this is very similar to what banks do today. Fractional reserve lending, fractional reserve banking, right? Does this make it right? Not really. No. But considering how small crypto is right now, something like this would be a lot more detrimental, right? To the space, because it's so intertwined with crypto that it would have such a major effect on it, right? And like we said, even if Tether was to fall down to 97 cents, which we've seen it do before. I saw Tether went down to, I think, 82 cents at one time. You have to think that Bitcoin being pegged to that'll also have an effect. Just like Bitcoin can drag down altcoins, well, USDT can drag down Bitcoin. So that's the situation moving forward. Let me know what you guys think about it. I mean, I'm sure this isn't the last that we're going to hear of Tether. For example, you even have Justin Sun from Tron. Now, remember, they were migrating some of the, or they were putting some USDT as a TRC20. Well, now they're saying that given the recent news about both Bitfinex and Tether, he says, I will be postponing our planned USDT rewards program until more information becomes available. So there you guys go. That is the Tether situation. Now, the big news from Bolt yesterday, unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to go to the city. I really wanted to, but just time wasn't permitting it. And by the time I would have been able to show up, it would have been like literally ending. But the big news is that they are basically creating a Bolt BEP2 standard while locking in a portion of Bolt taken from our foundation reserves to run on Zilliqa's smart contract. So some people are like, is this a bait and switch or what's going on? Seems kind of weird, right? But yeah, I mean, as far as the price is concerned, it was definitely a buy a rumor, sell the news. I mean, that's crazy. You could basically you could buy Bolt. Where's Bolt at right now? Yeah, I mean, you could basically buy Bolt for prices that you could have bought back, April 21st or even April 14th, kind of. So yeah, there you guys go. Buy the rumor, sell the news. Which kind of brings me back to, what I was saying before. As you can see right here, number of ICOs and the medium ROI over the past 3 years, there was a massive ICO bubble, and you can see that the returns have gotten lower and lower and lower, which once again brings me back to this. Which of these are you mostly focused on? Bitcoin, high to mid cap altcoins, or low cap altcoin gems? Because there was this article that came out from Crypto Briefing, and they were saying, should you diversify your crypto portfolio? And what they found out was kind of interesting. So you had Anthony C., the founder of HODLbot. He did a comprehensive investigation that found declining correlations between virtual assets. According to his analysis, the average correlation between coins dropped from plus 0.89 overall 2018 to plus 0.58 in 2019. They have this chart right here. It says, as shown in the matrix below, only a few coins show negative correlation with one another. Positive correlations are shown in green and negative are shown in red. So if you guys want, I'll drop it below. You can have a look at this right here. There's obviously a few of them that didn't correlate 100%. Obviously, Tron had a very big run up, and also, Binance had a lot of things. They had their DEX, they had the ICOs, and they had one other thing as well. But yeah, basically, so that was that situation. Oh, the Binance chain, I guess, although technically it's a DEX. I don't know. But so that was the situation with that. So looking at some of these other charts that they were talking about, you could see right here that basically Z shows that the average correlation coefficient is falling from 2018 when markets exhibited the highest levels of correlation ever seen, right? Then it says the market was much less correlated between 2014 and 2016 than it was in 2018. And finally, Z notes that this observed decline in cross-correlation among coins should be taken with a grain of salt. Correlations are quite volatile, as demonstrated by the Bitcoin Cash correlation in the graph right here. So basically, what does this mean for portfolios? Well, despite the apparent decrease in correlations, we're not yet at a point where it's financially wise, according to these guys, to hold a large number of coins. Increasing the number of highly correlated assets in a portfolio actually adds risk. This is interesting. And with a correlation coefficient above the plus 0.5, these assets might as well be identical. So basically, Circle Research found that Bitcoin still heavily influences the price direction of large and small caps, and has an even higher influence on its clones, such as Litecoin, Monero, and pretty much all the Bitcoin forks, which, if you look at most of the Bitcoin forks, with the exception of BSV, which fell a lot, and Bitcoin Cash, the rest of them are basically down like 99%. So that's that situation. So, guys, going back to this, let me know what you guys think. Actually, you know what? If you guys don't want to hop over to Twitter, I'll just pop a poll. There you go. You could just drop it right here if you don't feel like going over to Twitter. Because I want to know, what are you holding? Because I told you guys, I've gone 50% Bitcoin, and I've been slowly increasing my Bitcoin holdings as well. Kind of like scalping off the altcoins when I have nice days, sort of putting it into the Bitcoin. That's what I've been doing, but let me know. Maybe you have a different strategy out there. Now, here's the interesting news today. So, the Amazon Web Service Platform, which is the largest cloud computing service by market share, has made its Amazon Managed Blockchain Service generally available. So they say that the service is aimed at enterprise customers and will allow them to build their blockchain network for their organizations. The service is stated as being convenient, inexpensive, and efficient. So it says that the Amazon managed blockchain scales to support thousands of applications and millions of transactions using popular open software frameworks such as Hyperledger, Fabric, and Ethereum. Interesting. So it says customers that want to use blockchain frameworks like Hyperledger Fabric and Ethereum can create these blockchain networks. So, I mean, pretty much they're just offering blockchain as a service, right? Platform as a service, however you want to look at it. Interestingly enough, there's a lot of other guys that are doing this in the space as well. I do wonder, though, with competitors like this, how difficult is it going to be for these guys to actually go through? Like, for example, if you guys know Morpheus Labs, they're pretty much doing something very similar. You see the same thing with Chainzilla, Red Fox Labs, they're trying to onboard as well. And maybe each one of these guys are sort of doing it a little bit differently, some of them with pilot programs. So it may not be direct competition, but I think that what Amazon is doing is absolutely massive, and it's just giving more validity to the space. And you can see right down here, representatives from several established businesses like Nestle, AT&T, and Moby have actually used it, and they've spoke very positively of the service that they experience. So yeah, man, customers can now get a functioning blockchain network set up quickly and easily so that they can focus on application development instead of keeping a blockchain network up and running. So man, Amazon, these guys, man, I mean, do you guys ever think about that? You know, what happens when these big corporations really get in and decide? I mean, are these little guys going to stand a chance anymore? Like once these big guys start to really hone in on it, right? We're seeing Samsung and IBM and Amazon, and it does make you wonder, but yeah, just wanted to bring that up, Todd. I thought that was really, really positive news. Also, guys, great news. Brave reaches 1 million downloads monthly, surpassing Firefox, Coinbase, and Binance. So this is definitely taking off. You can see also, they say in addition to the exponential growth that the Brave browser has been experiencing, the Brave browser has seen a growth of 450% in active users since 2018. The project has also added nearly 8,000 YouTubers to the list, which I can say I was definitely one of the first. I'm pretty sure I was one of the first to get verified, okay? But yeah, so I'm happy to see it growing, and you guys know I'm a huge fan of Brave as well. If you guys haven't had an opportunity to download it, pretty much everyone that I've spoken to says they enjoy the experience. You can watch these YouTube videos ad-free. And if you guys want, I do have a link below. Like I said, I'm verified, and you guys will get $5 worth of BAT tokens to use on the platform. So this thing is massive. This thing is growing, and I'm excited to see the adoption moving forward. So that is pretty cool. Also, check this out. Interesting. I'm going to do a little bit of coin news, and then we're going to get on that. Excuse me. I don't know what happened, guys. My throat's been a little sore since last night. I don't know why. So I was up a little bit late. So anyway, Deloitte migrates its clients from Ethereum to Vechain. What? This is crazy. So you can see down here, you had Cillian, Deloitte's director. He says, rolling it out to production Antonio in the real world and beyond the hype. So he's saying, you know, screw the hype. We're getting it done for real. This is what we call adoption, and it's only the beginning. Now, for those of you who don't know who Deloitte is, they're one of the big four accounting organizations and the largest professional services network in the world by revenue and number of professionals. It's pretty massive. It's pretty massive, guys. So as you can see right here, he actually posted this. I think this is from, where is this, Reddit or LinkedIn? But yeah, you can see right here, first time ever that Vechain wrote more transactions than Bitcoin in 24 hours. This is massive achievement for EMEA Blockchain Labs, Vechain, and the DNVGL platform. We are making an impact that matters and rolling out blockchain in production. So you can see right here, this is cool. This is awesome. This is adoption. Get excited, guys. Also, for all of you out there that, you know, are still concerned about the Digitex situation, Todd had a video that he streamed about almost a day ago, 21 hours ago. If you guys want, it is about an hour long, and I haven't had a chance to watch it. I was super busy yesterday, but if you guys want, have a look at this. Maybe this helps to answer some of your questions. Like I said, I didn't look at it yet, but have a look if this is something that may concern you. And yes, as you guys could tell, I did not get to go to NASDAQ yesterday either. I know, fail, right? But this is a picture that they took, and you can see Bolt mobile wallet powered by content, and you can see Zilliqa right there on the NASDAQ board. So adoption is coming, awareness is coming, and we've definitely seen some really amazing things coming out of that little survey that they did, right? Between awareness and just overall confidence, I guess, in Bitcoin moving forward. And of course, we have to give away our Crypto Zombies t-shirt from yesterday. Now, I know we had some weird sizes, smalls and XXL, so I'm kind of feeling like maybe This may be one of those ones where we may have to go through a bunch of comments. I could just see not a lot of people commenting for the shirts, but we will see nevertheless. So we have 504 comments. Wow, that's crazy. So drum roll, please. Can't guarantee that this will be a t-shirt comment, but we'll have some fun answering comments either way. Digitex CEO addressed the article from Spotware 6 hours ago. A lot of it is posturing by CT Trader guys because their out-of-the-box solution could not be used. Failure to meet product specifications degraded the relationship after pressure to launch something working grew. New dev smart deck will finish the exchange. Massive good news. Okay, so maybe that was something that was in the video. So thank you for pointing that out, Chris J. I really appreciate it. I have a feeling we're not going to get a t-shirt comment because I don't know, because it's only size small or XXL. So Mrs. Charlotte Luck, Allison Watt, I don't know what that means, so we could start again. Sorry, guys, if you want, you can get on out of here. For everyone that is, just came for the video's done. Whatever the price may reach, I've already positioned myself for the upcoming bull market. My crypto portfolio is gallantly ready for the bull run. Nice, Benson Zoe. Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. It's a game of accumulation right now. That's really all it is. It's just, you just keep accumulating. And has anyone looked into Digitex timing of the video, which came first, dump or the video? Dude makes a video 4 days. Wow. A lot of conspiracies here. Interesting. Yeah. So I have a feeling we're probably not going to get a t-shirt winner. Hey, if we don't get a winner in like the next couple rolls, hopefully there's no bearish market from now on. Okay, there may be a slight movement. Nobody wanted the size small or the size 2XL. That's funny. Oh, hey, would love the small t-shirt. Please, I'm addicted to your YouTube station. You work so hard to keep us up to date. Thank you, K-Dub. Well, you are the winner. I was afraid somebody wasn't going to win. So yeah, you want the size small, you got it. You know what to do. Hop over here and either hit me up in my official about section, or you can actually go to the Telegram group and hit me up on Telegram. I'm an official admin. Don't screw with these scammer guys, okay? They're everywhere. So that being said, thank you so much. I know that took a little bit at the end of the video, but hey, we finally got a winner, so congratulations. That being said, I want to say thank you so much to everyone who's been liking, subscribing, and commenting. You guys are amazing. I really appreciate all of your support. You're the reason that I do this every single day. And although we may have some, minor choppy times ahead as we get through this sort of, year leading up to the halvening mark. And also we still had that golden cross, which we were waiting for the dip, but it never happened, right? Could still happen. But that being said, it is just the beginning. So you better get buckled in and strapped up and ready to go because we're going to the moon. Maybe not tomorrow, but eventually. And I'll be here waiting to go on that ride with you. So I'm rambling. I'm officially rambling. That being said, I love you guys. You're awesome. Thank you so much. My name is K-Dub. This is Crypto Zombie. Until next time, stay crypto and peace out.